Everest is one of the biggest expeditions around. It's a 10-week trip. It's a massive duration, and predominantly a lot of that is trying to get all the logistics in place and to try and let the bodies of the climbers adjust to the extreme altitude. We're going up into what's known as the death zone, and it takes 3 or 4 weeks for the body just to adjust to the different. But actually, it's the air pressure. The amount of oxygen is the same. It's just that there isn't the air pressure which allows us to breathe the oxygen which is available. And this just takes time. Even coming up from Chamonix to here today, a lot of people might feel lightheaded and dizzy and have problems up here. So manifest that by another 2,000 meters, and people have all sorts of problems. So we'll basically leave late March. We'll get to base camp because we've got about a 10-day walk to base camp up through the Khumbu, which is this lovely lush valley. So leave late March, early April, 10 days to get to base camp. So we get to base camp around the second week of April, and then we spend the next 3 or 4 weeks letting our bodies acclimatise to the extreme altitude, going up and down the mountain to various camps, Camp 1, Camp 2, Camp 3, and then finally what we do, once we've been up to Camp 3 and we spent the night there, we come all the way back down to base camp, and then we all disappear down the valley to try and let the lower altitudes, hopefully we can recover quite a bit down there. So we all drop down to the valley for about drop down the valley rather for about a week, five days, a week, something like that, and we're in constant communication with base camp. And as soon as we get a forecast through which looks favourable, we move back up the valley to base camp, spend a day or so sorting our equipment out, and then we start the summit push. Traditionally, we look to leave base camp somewhere around 10th, 11th, 12th of May, and 5 days later, everything going according to plan, we should be stood on top of Mount Everest. So we're looking to summit May 15, 16, 17, 18, somewhere around there, 6-7 weeks after leaving Heathrow. And it's just a huge time span for the expedition. Once we're at the top, we've got to get back down. Getting to the top is great, but we're not even halfway there. There's no point getting to the top and dying. It's back down, but not only have we got to get back down, we have to start clearing the mountain as well. We've got all equipment dotted all over the mountainside. We've got to bring all that back down to base camp and then ship it out to base camp. In my eyes, as the expedition leader and guide, my expedition is over when the last Sherpa steps through the icefall into base camp. Clients are one thing. Okay, I've got to get all my clients up and down, but I also have a duty of care to my Sherpas. And the whole team is from the yak assistant, the yak boy, right through up to the clients. When my last Sherpa comes through the icefall, I will open up my first can of beer. As far as I'm concerned, my expedition is basically over. And that will be 9 weeks, 8-9 weeks after leaving Heathrow. It's a phenomenal amount of time for an expedition, and one which is very complicated, has more variables than a BMW car or something. There's so much that can go wrong. So probably more like an Alpha with their electronics. There's so much to go wrong. There's so many things which should go wrong, and we often avoid it. And hopefully, all things according to plan. As I said, 8 or 9 weeks from leaving the UK, we'll be standing on top of Mount Everest with Ranulph Fiennes waving the Marie Curie banner. Doing a live broadcast, if everything works.